We start off with a dude named Scott playing with his niece. Mind you, this ain't no regular human though. Bro got powers, but it ain't no S tier power. It's like DDG, straight Z list. His power is to absorb friction and turn into electricity. It seems cool and all, but shit is straight ass. Hear it from him himself.
Make a bigger one.
Sorry, kiddo. That's as big as I can make them.
They head to the crib, and before Scott joined them, he gets some coffee. And this is where shit go downhill, cause as soon as bro takes one step out of that coffee shop, the literal sound barrier breaks, which pushes him to the floor, which breaks all the windows and the windows of the cars. Damn, I know I can't sing, but I didn't know I sung this bad. But as soon as bro falls down, a strange big ass meteor comes flying down, which knocks him and everybody out in the vicinity. As soon as bro wakes up from his sleepy time, he gets hit with the most gruesome sight ever. These niggas laid out completely. But bro just remembered that his sister and niece is in the building. Bro was trying to beat Captain Save-A-Ho and run over to the building like that shit finna do anything. But suddenly out of nowhere, that same meteor crashes into the building, having a nasty impact which sends bro flying out the frame. But man, this nigga landed gracefully as hell. If that shit was a regular person, that motherfucker would be immediately dead. But bro looks up one final time to see that building plummeting to the ground. And all you hear is Scott screaming like Sam Witwicky from out the rubble and debris. Bro seen the most traumatizing shit ever. He sees Invincible carrying his sister's mutilated arm. Not gonna lie, that shit is crazy. Man, I know this incident birthed a lot of supervillains, even though this incident wasn't Invincible's fault. It's crazy how many people died this day, and I low-key understand bro's pain. Bro seen both his sister and niece get clapped in the same day. I'd be fucking pressed. At this point forward, I will try to study any type of counters I have on bro. I'll turn it into goddamn Batman. Have my whole villain arc right there. And see, that's exactly what bro did. Mind you, he works for the GDA, so that motherfucker went up there and stole their technology. Since his electric powers is cheeks, he low-key did need that, because the shit that he stole boosts his power to 1,000%. Man, this nigga hatred for bro was so bad that he got his wife to help him with his nefarious acts. She put in them Gatorade boosters and bro was maxed out. Niggas don't understand how dedicated this man was to finding Invincible. Hey, but that nigga was dead ass ready for the drill. He even did a pregame warm-up to start the ignorance. Even though he looked like he was trying to attempt, he was actually charging up. Bro went from a D list to a possible B tier. But anyways, my guy starts going on a rampage. Meanwhile, Mark and the gang is out there bowling, and suddenly on the TV, the same dude is on the screen. And he was like,
I don't want to hurt anyone. All I want is
yeah, not gonna lie, Mark didn't want any part of that. He be saving the world so much that he trying to let the bench warmers cook. But back in the main town, Scott was torching these niggas. And what was crazy, he didn't want to kill nobody. He just wanted to run a fade with Mark. His whole aura was so trash that he summoned Mr. Fantastic if he rode the short bus. Like, look at this nigga. If I was a supervillain and I see this fucking stud try to challenge me, I'm giving up. I'm losing all type of motivation. You got it, gang. That's like if you wanted to spar with somebody and they put you against an old lady from the streets. Jeez, am I that sorry? I am not jacking this nigga at all. He ain't even wearing any clothes. That's all his organs. I'm sorry, gang, but that's disgusting. Scott gets heavily offended and strikes a lightning bolt at his ass and tells him that he doesn't want to fight. He wants... But my guy got jokes. He shifts into Invincible and bro starts crashing out. But Shapesmith starts locking in a little bit. He proceeds to swerve and bend the corner and punches him out the frame. Not gonna lie, if you getting your ass beat by a nigga named Shapesmith, you have to retire. Hang it up, you're not avenging your family. But luckily for him, all that trauma to the brain causes bro to bust the biggest nut ever.
Is this nigga serious?
And sends Shapesmith flying, crashing into a building and landing on a cop car. Nigga looking like a used condom. That motherfucker got laid out worse than Yamcha. But nah, let me chill. But since bro wasn't even trying to hurt anybody, that motherfucker dipped.
One day later,
Eve and Mark's family goes to the memorial, but see, Mark low-key feeling a little bad because he didn't know how great that number 2000 really was. But see, this nigga Scott had to come in there and show him. Motherfucker start preaching like MLK. I know that shit must have sounded like,
enough games, boy. You think a pack of children can... Wait, what?
Not gonna lie, the hypocrisy of this man is actually insane. Bro try to prove that Invincible is really evil, but look at what this man is doing. He disrespected all the dead homies at this point. Why you have to show up to a memorial? That's kind of fucked up if I do say so myself. Mark low-key want to handle bro, but Eve was the only one thinking with a damn brain. Cause if bro went out there, Scott would not know how to act. his ass might fuck around and unintentionally unalive 100,000 people. I know that's too far, but still, that shit was way too dangerous. So Eve hops out the cut, start blasting. He tells bro to chill out. You not finna see Invincible, gang. But that CTE from earlier is still getting to him. Fuck it, if you with him, you duck with him. He start blasting electricity, but Eve steadily dodging through that and hit him with a blast. But you know this nigga likes that pain. So my guy charges up and trucks the ever-living shit out of Eve. Not gonna lie, it was funny to see Mark on the sidelines. He was pissed. He not trying to see his girl get beat up. I know he was thinking some treacherous acts. Eve gets in the fight charging that bro, and she was low-key using 200 IQ strats. She acted like she was about to launch at bro, but ended up putting his ass in a box. Cause she figured out by now that he gets more power when you try to fade him. She's as smart as me for real, but that wall was not strong enough to hold bro. What the fuck was that material? Glass? Nah, she disrespectful. Hey, Scott start crashing out, and Eve not even worried about that, weaving through all that bullshit. But he not done yet, cause he counters with a big ass blast that damn near uses all his energy. And when her shield breaks, she went ahead and glued this nigga's hands to the pavement. And coincidentally, as soon as she got done with dude, the Guardians came. Not gonna lie, the Guardians are so sorry. I know they ass was sitting in the background just watching her fight and waiting for her to be done so they could take all the credit. There, I said it, at me. Hey man, it's crazy though. Scott really down 0-2. Bro is yet to fight Invincible. That's gotta be crazy. And he going to prison? Luckily, my guy ain't done just yet though. He dedicated his life to avenge his family. He not finna let this one slip away. So while he was going to prison, bro starts repeatedly banging his head, which, to remind you, makes his powers extra powerful. My guy looking like a fish flopping out of water with his goofy ass. But can't hit on the grind though, cause the electric shock build up make the guard crash the prison truck. I'm not finna lie, that's disrespectful as hell. You not finna have 7 different cop cars trailing dude? Man, these people gotta know that one car ain't finna do it. Have these niggas ever watched Batman? But after he escapes, he goes straight to his crib. He out there stressed cause he know he could. At this point, the GTA knows who bro is, because he literally works for them. So any minute now, they can be pulling up to his house. He know he's curtains for real, but his wife rebuttals.
The GTA will be here any minute. I'm not gonna fight them, but you and Jack should go.
No. This isn't over yet.
She is the definition of a ride or die. She not even giving a fuck about the baby at this point. Later on, Mark meets up with Donald in secret to find more information about Scott. Mark learns that Scott been tracking him for months now. Mark wants to meet up with him because he low-key feel bad that he massacred all those people, unintentionally of course. But you know Donald had to break the news to him that he escaped. No wonder why people keep breaking out of prison. They was moving with the IQ of a goldfish. But right on time, Donald gets a message from Scott. He tells Invincible to stop being a bitch and come outside, or there will be repercussions. He will kill the girl and the baby, which is his wife and his baby. But they all planned this from the beginning. Not gonna lie, they sick. Why would they even bring a baby to a battle zone? Even though it will alert Invincible? That's risky. He couldn't stay with his aunt or something? Nah, I'm dead wrong for that. Mark wouldn't play no games though. Going 100 miles per hour on a residential street. Mark tells Scott to let the civilians go, and Mark was low-key on point with that talk ninjutsu. Bro was like,
I know they were your sister and niece, Scott. I know this is where they lived. And I know they were killed in Chicago along with so many other people when my dad and I fought here.
My guy did his homework. I was surprised. But he does not have that clutch gene. This nigga folded 0.5 seconds after the shot clock. How do you even do that? He was like,
and for that, I'm so sorry. But hurting other people won't bring your sister and niece back.
man, not gonna lie, Mark, why would you even say this? This is literally the first step not to break and talk ninjutsu one-on-one. And he said it so disrespectfully. Scott was crying like a bitch. And after that, bro was fully locked in. He understood it now. He proceeds to blast Invincible with his shot, but Invincible studied a little too well. He knows fighting bro would not be good. So Mark going a little easy on him, still trying to use that talk ninjutsu. But Scott made it clear, he ain't finna stop until he sees this nigga dead. He blasts him to the ground, creating a big layer of smoke. Scott being emotional, starts being a little reckless. And at this point, it's like, fuck them kids. Mark ain't even worried about Scott at this point. He just worried about the civilians. So he proceeds to rush over to them. But Scott was like, nah, bitch, you better fight me. And Mark gladly accepts his request by flip kicking this nigga into the rubble. I know this might come back to bite him, but that was low-key tough. He goes to inside a woman, and my bro Mark gets met with a spit in the face. I know he was confused, but shit low-key started clicking. These niggas weren't civilians. She was an accomplice to a crime. But before he thought of it, bro gets dragged out the frame and gets hit with something worse than brain damage. My guy Scott literally tries to melt his brain. He deadass put all his sweat and energy into this shock. And after he was done though, something sad happened after. him done looking like he just got post-nut clarity, begins to see something in the back of him. He looks back, both of his wife and kid got turned into ashes because of the big ass electricity shock. And worst of all, this barely ain't do shit to Invincible. Bro got up just fine. Scott was heated as hell, so he put all his anger in one final attack, but that simply did not do anything to bro. And after realizing shit was useless, my guy started throwing a tantrum. This goes to show you, once you get so obsessed over one thing, where your whole life revolves around it, may lead you to push everything and everyone you love away from you. It kind of really makes you think, is it really worth it for real? That shit deep.